Hello, I'm David Hope, and I was nominated last year. I had the privilege and the pleasure of being nominated last year at the Stanley Awards for Best Director of a Play for Agnes of God, which was a production that we did at the Rich Theater as part of their center stage season. Um, was further privileged to have our production be nominated as the outstanding play production of that year. And we were very fortunate that the committee selected us for both of those awards, which was a great honor to be selected on the first Stanley Awards, and very humbling as well. It was a great privilege for me because I had the privilege of directing Three Ladies. Agnes of God is a play whose cast is made up of three women. And I had the great joy of directing Three Ladies, two of which had either been a recent or former student of mine, and the other one was the mother of several young ladies who had been students of mine. So it was just fun. I have a tremendous amount of artistic respect for all three of those women, and a great deal of care for them, and they all have warmed my heart for a long time. So it was just a joy for me, really, to work with them. It was also, you don't. Theater is very much a team sport, just like athletics, and nobody does it by themselves. And we had a great team around us. John Jackson did a beautiful job. The lighting in Agnes of God is extremely important to the plot and to the mood of the show, and the lights are constantly changing and reflecting what's going on emotionally and psychologically in the show. John Jackson did a beautiful job with the lighting of that show. And Michael Green, there are some very difficult special effects in Agnes of God, and Michael, both of those men are longtime friends, and Michael did a beautiful job with the special effects of the show. Um, uh, Set construction, all of it, just um, really a terrific experience. And theater, I applaud the committee. I really do, because the Stanley Awards are something that I feel very strongly about, that has been needed in the shows area for a long time. I know that our athletic community here in the shows has a way of honoring those people in athletics that should be honored and named and remembered, and that is absolutely as it should be. And we have been long remiss in the arts community um, in not doing that with those who bring so much to the quality of life in our community with the arts. And anyone knows that when industry and businesses and corporations look to settle in an area, one of the things they look for is the quality of life. And one of the things they look for in the quality of life are the artistic opportunities and artistic performances. And we are so blessed to have the community theater. And theater, as a performing art, is that one performing art that really encompasses all of the performing arts, music and dance, vocal music, instrumental music, the written word, the scene design and lighting design. So all of the arts really come into play, and they all come together in the theater arts. So it's a joy to be able to be a part of that community, because there are so many people who do it because they love doing it, and there are so many people who are turning out just tremendous work. every single show we do turn out to be a tremendous show? No. Does every football game you go to see turn out to be a tremendous football game? No. But you know what? The difference in that is if you go to a football game, somebody's going to win no matter how badly the game is played. But it's not that way in theater. In theater, you are required, an audience is required to come in, sit down, and be quiet. They can't change the channel. They can't get up and walk around. They can't shout for their favorite play or their favorite play. They have to sit there and pay attention. And there are very, very few places in our world today where an audience is required to do that. So the responsibility and the pressure really that's put on the performers to hold that audience's attention is really pretty impressive for people to get up and be able to do that this day and time. So it's an honor for me. It's an honor for me to be a part of the Stanley Awards. I've been doing this for 43 plus years now professionally. I started, I think, when I was, I think my very first play to have anything to do with was The Courtship of Miles Standish when I was 14 years old in the ninth grade. And my English teacher said, "You're going to do this," and I hated her for it. I hated her for it because it was the last thing in the world I wanted to do. But as it turned out, it changed my life. And what a joy it is to be a part of the performing arts community and people who work so hard to bring that quality of life to our area. It was just a joy to be a part of. The evening was really very impressive and very fun. It was a great evening of entertainment and not just a typical awards show. So I would applaud and encourage anyone to, even if you're not directly connected with those who may be nominated or whatever for an award. If you want a great evening of entertainment, then come to this year's Stanley's, and hopefully it will continue to grow because they did a terrific job. They really did. They truly did, and those who were awarded were truly deserving of the awards, and so many other folks, like any awards program, there are so many folks who don't win who could have just as easily walked away with this wonderful award because they too did tremendous work. So I look forward to being a part of it this year, and I hope you will too as we continue to grow the Stanley Awards and what the Stanley Awards reflect for what the community, the theater community in the shows area is bringing to our overall community. Hope to see you there. Thanks.